Hello, my name's Robert Borkert, and I'm going to tell you why I'm here. In 1980, I started a construction business. It was boom and it was bust. And it was good times, and I made a lot of money. Then in the middle 80s, the real estate business went to pieces, and so did the construction business. So from the middle 80s till the middle 90s, I just struggled along and did the best I could. Then in 1996, I moved to San Antonio, brought my company here, where it began to grow like gangbusters. I mean, it got bigger than I ever imagined. It turned into a multi-million-dollar operation. But with the expenses, the overhead, the cost of operations, taxes, insurance, there wasn't a whole lot of money to be made. And then in around 2005, I began to see that this business was going to do the same thing it did. In fact, I knew it did from the beginning. It always does. There's cycles, and so I knew it was going to do the same thing it did in the 80s, and it was going to go in the tank. And as big as it was getting, and as much as easy as it was to borrow money, and how people, were abusing the system. I could tell they were abusing the system, and so I knew that this was going to be a real big bust. And so I decided I was going to look at something else, and I started looking into the internet marketing business, because I've always liked the internet, and I've always thought that selling on the internet would be a good thing to do. So I was winding down my business, and I couldn't wind it down fast enough, and so I wound up in a situation where I just needed to do something else irregardless. And so in 2008, I started really seriously looking at the internet business. In 2009, in August, I decided this is what I'm going to do, and I just basically put the other on hold and started marketing. But I was soon to learn that this was not an easy business. This was a business where you have to know a lot more than what one thinks, and then you're not going to make a bunch of money real quick in this business. And it's not a place where you sell anybody anything. It's a place where people buy. You don't sell them anything. You make an offer, you give them information, and they buy. You don't sell. And I also discovered that when you offer people information, you offer them something of value. It's called content on Google and online, but it's value, something of value, something that gives them, when they come and they see your site and they come onto it and they look at it and they begin to investigate in your site. If you can hold them on your site, it's because you're giving them something they want, something they desire, something they need, something that they need inside them to fulfill the reason that they came to your site in the first place. And then at the same time, you have to give them something that they can buy. You have to give them something that they can take home with them and feel, the gratitude that they should feel by you bringing to them information that you do. But once they've gotten to a point where you've given them enough information, then you need to bring a call to action. You need to almost force them to buy. Really, you're not. You're nudging them. You nudge them in the direction. You nudge them down to the push this button. You give me your credit card number, and I'll take care of the rest. And whether it be an ebook online, or whether it be a piece of information that they want, or whether it be a piece of equipment that they want, or a gadget of some sort or another, they came there looking for something in the first place. So, you have to provide that item for them to fulfill their needs. So, and I've also found that this internet marketing internet's a real estate pipeline, really. I mean, every website is a piece of virtual real estate, and how much value that real estate provides for the reader is how much value that real estate has in it. So all marketers online, for the most part, are pretty good, pretty honest, pretty upfront about what they do, pretty upfront about what they want to have. But the better ones, they spend an awful lot of time online. They spend an awful lot of time in research and study, so that they can give you the very best that they can, so that when you come to their sites, that you'll be satisfied with what you find. And that's what makes this so interesting. So no matter whether you're in a regular business like I was in the construction business, or whether you're in the pet store business, or or you're in the professional CPA or doctor or lawyer, you're going to do online. You're going to be online at some point or another, and people are going to look for you online, and you need to have yourself there online so they can find you, so they can read about you, so they can understand you, so they'll know more about you, and it'll make them feel more comfortable with you as they spend a little time, you know, in your realm, getting to know you better. So emails, you want to get their name, you want to get their email address, and you want to send them an email relatively regular basis, giving them and providing them with information and knowledge as much as you can. And then once in a while, speckled in between there, you need to give them something that they can buy, that they can really, really learn a lot from and spend some time with. And with that said, you kind of have an idea what I'm here for, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye now.